Officials offer tips to help speed the collection of flood debris, and former Sheriff Mickey Stines will use an insanity defense in his murder trial. I'm Nick Collum, and this is the Mountaintop Daily. It's one of the most asked questions in the wake of last month's flood. When will all of the debris be collected? During a fiscal court meeting this week, Pike County's judge executive offered tips to help speed the collection along, but he also warned that failure to follow FEMA guidelines could result in debris being left behind. Sheldon has more.
Pike County Judge Executive Ray Jones offered some vital advice Wednesday for the hundreds of Pike County citizens struggling with debris left in the wake of February's flooding.
If you're watching this, I have talked since the day or two after the flood that we'll be working through the state to remove debris. And since early on, I've talked about the importance of this material as close to the county or state right away as possible.
Key to the county helping is that debris collected be handled so that officials have the authorization to pick it up.
It is imperative that it be placed as close to the state or county right away as possible. Because if you want the county, if it's not where we can get a boom truck to reach out 20 some feet to get it, that it is an onerous process and it may be months before we can get an approval to go on your property and get it.
Failing to follow one requirement alone could result in FEMA officials actually going through trash bags to inspect the contents.
Do not use black garbage bags. If you have black garbage bags, and even if they're on the state or county right away, you're going to have to open them up before you can pick them up. This is not my rules. This is not Commissioner Al Scott or Commissioner Freddie Lewis or Commissioner W. H. We're not trying to be jerk stoppers. We're not trying to cause you problems. A lot of folks who've been devastated by this storm, but those are FEMA's rules, and for us to get 75% reimbursement from FEMA, when they're giving you 75% of the cost back, you have to play by their rules.
Jones stressed without following these guidelines, disaster debris removal would become the sole responsibility of the individual. Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Sheldon Compton.
The former sheriff accused of killing a district judge is planning to use an insanity defense, a court filing shows. 44-year-old former Letcher County Sheriff Sheriff Mickey Stines of McRoberts is charged with capital murder in the shooting death of Letcher District Judge Kevin Mullins on September 19th. A notice filed last week by his attorneys, Jerry and Carrie Bartley, informs the court that Stines will seek to present expert evidence relating to a mental disease or defect or mental condition bearing on the issue of guilt and punishment. It goes further to say the attorneys intend to present an insanity defense and a defense of extreme emotional disturbance. However, the notice also says there is no intention to argue that he is incompetent to stand trial. Another filing in the case indicates it could be several months before a trial date is set. An order setting a timeline for pretrial actions also notes that all of the evidence in the case will not be ready to present to defense attorneys for 4 to 6 months. Stines continues to be held in the Leslie County Detention Center as he awaits trial. Coming up after the break, a local food pantry is planning a special distribution for flood victims tomorrow. We'll have the details when the Mountaintop Daily continues.
Hey, it's Kristen, Marketing Manager at Appalachian Wireless. I have some great news. Switching to the region's best network has never been easier. With nationwide portability, you can now bring your number to Appalachian Wireless and experience exceptional local customer service with coverage that keeps you connected. Switch to the carrier that puts you first at home or wherever you go. Make the switch today. Visit AppalachianWireless.com or stop by one of our retail or authorized dealer locations for more information. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Thankful Hearts Food Pantry typically helps the less fortunate make ends meet by providing food to families in need. But since the flood, their mission has grown to help those who are trying to rebuild their lives. I went to the pantry today to learn more about their next giveaway tomorrow. Thankful Hearts Food Pantry will be hosting a flood supplies giveaway on Friday, March 7th. They have non-perishable foods, water, clothing, and more in stock to give to the community on a first-come, first-served basis. Thankful Hearts coordinator Trista Scott tells us more.
With their flood stuff, it doesn't have to be exactly Pike County. It's Martin, Floyd, whichever. You had a flood and you needed supplies, we've got it. We've got everything from hygiene to cleaning to, we still have some shovels and stuff out there. My daughter-in-law Jessica's working on clothing, shoes, coats, blankets, and there's a lot of things that families could use. There's some baby beds and there's some animal beds and stuff out there. So our goal is to get everything organized between now and Saturday and have a giveaway all day Monday for people that wants clothing or needs clothing can come and get that. But all the Amazon supplies that we have are just going to go mainly to flood victims. So
those with the pantry are happy to contribute in any way that they can. Some of them have experienced severe flooding in the past and know how difficult it can be to start from scratch.
We were in the 2010 flood ourselves in Raccoon, so until you had it happen to you, you don't know how devastating it is, and it lasts a lifetime, because there's things that I still think I've got, and I'll go back and think, no, it washed away with the flood. So but just trying to help the people get some kind of common sense, and with this weather being cold and you're displaced and no place to stay, no place to rent, and motels are outrageously expensive. So we're hoping that we can help somebody. And it may not be a lot, but we can help somebody with something.
That will do it for this edition of the Mountaintop Daily. Be sure to check us out at 6 p.m. every weekday on Mountaintop TV, the Mountaintop TV app, and the Mountaintop News Facebook page. With your Mountaintop Daily, I'm Nick Collum for Mountaintop News.